Hello, everyone. I'm back in St. Louis for Thanksgiving. Yes, my office here is not as good as my office back home. Obviously, the lighting's nowhere near as good. I might actually move into the downstairs office because that's an actual office and not just a room. But we'll see. I actually like this setup a lot. But let's actually get on with today's main topic, which of course is Solana. It has received high praise, and will it finally be the Ethereum killer? I know what you're thinking. You're like, yeah. A lot of stuff is proclaimed to be the Ethereum killer. It actually hasn't killed Ethereum. Ethereum is going strong. That's true, but we have another bull run coming up, and we know that altcoins outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in the bull run. Plus, you know that speed for Ethereum is going to cause a lot of fees. And also, Kathy Wood, a long-term Bitcoin and Ethereum supporter, has actually praised Solana for the speed and efficiency edge it has over Ethereum. Plus, USDC has expanded its remittance service on Solana. So Solana's getting more use case. Now, having USDC do remittance on Solana, I don't really think that's a big deal. It doesn't actually use SOL itself. It just kind of uses the network, doesn't really use the coin. So the thing is, like Kathy Wood, who is the figure behind ARK Invest, so they might actually invest in Solana ARK. And a known Bitcoin supporter believes the broader crypto ecosystem will rapidly expand and command a $25 trillion valuation by 2030. Now, 25 trillion by 2030, I think is very, very doable. I expect maybe 10 trillion by this peak bull run, maybe around 20 trillion by 2028, and 25 trillion by 2030, definitely in that range. If we don't get to 10 trillion, 6 or 7 trillion, it's fine. We'll still get to 12, 13 trillion by the next bull run, and then after that, 2030, maybe 25 trillion. But still, the thing is, she's bullish on Solana, and Solana actually jumped 20% as Kathy Wood lauded its speed and cost over Ethereum. So Solana has drastically outperformed the two major crypto assets, gaining nearly 200% in the last month. But if you actually look at all-time high to all-time high, Bitcoin and Ethereum are still winning on that, as Solana is still roughly maybe 1/4 of its all-time high, whereas Bitcoin and Ethereum are more than 1/4 of its all-time high, so they have more to gain. So Wood actually praise Solana network for being faster and more efficient than the Ethereum network. They're not comparing with Bitcoin because Bitcoin's slow, but outside of that, Bitcoin doesn't have smart contracts. I mean, it has ordinals, but ordinals are pretty much a disaster. It doesn't have smart contracts, doesn't really have DeFi. And Solana functions a lot more like Ethereum and is much more competitive with Ethereum than it is with Bitcoin because they're similar. So Ether was faster and cheaper than Bitcoin in the day. That's how we got Ether. Solana is even faster and cost effective than Ether. Of course, Ethereum hasn't had as much downtime as Solana, so it might be more reliable, which might be more important than just speed at this point. However, Solana has not gone down in about 8 months, so maybe the reliability has actually gone up. So Wood spoke of Ethereum and Solana as important additions to the blockchain ecosystem, is describing them as crucial infrastructure layers, capable of more real-world applications than Bitcoin. Bitcoin isn't really that capable of real-world applications at all, so something having more real-world applications than Bitcoin is kind of like winning the Special Olympics when you're really not special like the rest of everyone else. You're basically like you're a fully healthy human winning the Special Olympics. Not really that much of an accomplishment if you think about it. While the broader crypto market is on an uptrend, Solana's gains have significantly outpaced those of other major cryptocurrencies, gaining more than 197% in the last month. But the thing is, you're looking at Solana's speed and transaction costs, they're a tiny fraction of what Ethereum was. I do think Solana did add a small fee to transactions, but I definitely think that's necessary, as if you don't have fees to transactions, people will just spam your network, and there's really not much you can actually do about it. Obviously, the spot Bitcoin ETF is actually coming up. But the thing is, that's been really good for altcoins. And there's just a lot of praise being heaped onto Solana right now. And also a lot more use cases being brought up on Solana right now. So it might be in for even further pumps. I don't really trust in Solana right now because like we're still less than a year removed from all those downtimes. And I think Solana for me has to survive at least one bull run without going down. If they actually go down 3 or 4 times again in the next bull run, then we'll put them on the docket and we'll go with something else. But if they can survive the next bull run without any downtimes, then, they might actually have something there. And Fire Dancer might just help them do that. But Kathy Wood here is being a bit of a hypocrite because at the same time she said that, she basically said that she's only bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the CEO says Bitcoin and Ethereum will be the only 2 dominant platforms to watch out for. So it does not look like she believes that Solana can be a dominant platform nor anything else. But she also praises Solana for being much faster than Ethereum. And of course, she thinks the altcoin market is going to go up. So it's kind of like contradictory what she actually said. And appearing on recent CNBC Squawk Box, Wood added that with crypto, a new world is building out. Bitcoin and Ethereum are global assets that offer opportunities for everyone, not just investors or supporters in the United States, though the CEO draws a comparison to the internet or .com era of the late 90s and 2000s. Woods claims that crypto is a bigger phenomenon. I personally don't think so. I think the internet overall was a bigger phenomenon than crypto because crypto kind of needs the internet to even work. But crypto is still a very, very big phenomenon. But how can you possibly praise Solana and still say Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only 2 dominant coins? If Solana is better than Bitcoin or Ethereum, eventually Solana should actually win out. It's not just Solana, it's other networks as well. Obviously, like she has ARK Invest kind of like financials to actually keep in mind because ARK Invest is a heavy investor probably in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if something breaks Bitcoin and Ethereum, then ARK Invest will probably lose money. So I can kind of see her point see her logic from that point there. But realistically, those 2 statements come too soon together, too close together to be very, very contradictory to each other. And you can't just be like, oh, Solana's so much better than Ethereum, so much faster, so much cheaper. But oh yeah, Ethereum and Bitcoin, only 2 to look out for. Obviously, I think Ethereum and Bitcoin, the only 2 to look out for is going to be wrong. So, is it going to be the Ethereum killer? I hope something is the Ethereum killer. And I actually do hope Solana is going to get through this bull run without any downtimes because then I can sort of see it being a new platform where Ethereum money is migrating to. Now, the problem for Solana, if you actually look at DeFi Llama, is that yes, while the USD value for the TVL is actually going up, you can see it going from 300 million to 600 million from like mid-October to right now, which is about a month. If you switch the Sol graph, you can actually see that from mid-October to right now, the number of Solana that's in TVL has actually gone down in terms of DeFi. So less and less people are using Solana DeFi, but the TVL has gone up mainly because of the price. That does not signal greatness for me. That means that I think this could just be a pump and dump by whales because if the TVL should be increasing in terms of value, which it is, but the number of people locking in Solana should also be increasing as well if the trust in the network was getting higher. This tells me that the trust in the network isn't necessarily getting higher, but people are basically waiting to cash out on SOL once it gets a little bit higher. So less and less people are actually using, in terms of unique users and in terms of a unique number of Solana being locked into DeFi, it's actually dropping. As you can see, it's a pretty precipitous drop from 21st of September until now. So because 21st of September, you had 16.08 million Solana, and now you only have around 9.31 million Solana. That's like a drop of 40% in terms of Solana investment in DeFi. So that's something to really watch out for. I expect for TVL and the number of SOL locked in to actually go up. If you look at Cardano, it's kind of like the opposite way around. The value actually is increasing, but the number of Cardano that's actually being locked is actually either staying stable or increasing. So that signals to me a much healthier ecosystem because people aren't actually taking ADA out of the ecosystem in order to cash it out or whatever. If you look at Cardano, you can see from September, about the same time, 600 million ADA, and now it's 670, 666 million ADA. So the thing is, I want to see Cardano TVL increase both in terms of value and in terms of the actual coins that are actually being locked in, and same goes with Solana. When your dollar value is increasing, but the number of coins people are locking in is decreasing, that tells me a dump might be on the horizon because people really aren't doubling down on your DeFi and they don't really believe in your ecosystem. But because of all the praise that Solana's gotten lately and the USDC thing, and plus just some whale action, it looks like to be a pretty good short-term investment, although I have no idea how long they're going to continue to pump it up. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Cathie Wood was praising Solana, but she is only bullish on Bitcoin or Ethereum. But based on what she's saying, it could possibly be the next Ethereum killer. But the TVL, in terms of number of Solana locked, is something that you want to watch out for. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.